Welcome to World of Warships. You've taken your first step, downloaded the game, and are probably wondering, now what? Don't worry, I'm going to help you out and get you started on the right path. There's a lot to learn, but you'll be sinking ships in no time. The first screen you're going to see in-game is your home port. Here you'll find all the ships you own. Your port is a little empty right now. Don't worry, that'll change soon as you play the ships you have and gain ship experience, or XP. This XP is then used to research ships in higher tiers. Your first ship is a tier 1 ship. There are 10 tiers and the ships get progressively better with more firepower, armor, and abilities. The competition gets tougher as well. There are a ton of ships and nations to play, but I don't want to overwhelm you with that quite yet. First, let's start by learning our way around the port. At the bottom of the screen you'll find your ships. They're viewing options for your ship's carousel, but since you don't have many right now, you don't need to worry about that quite yet. The option is there though. You have several tier 1 ships at your disposal. Information on the ship can be found on the right. This includes statistics about certain ship stats like its survivability, artillery, anti-aircraft capabilities, and more. You don't have many options available to you right now in port. That'll change once you hit service level 2, so let's play a quick round. Before you begin, there are some options you should choose. Let's do that and set up the game before jumping into a round. The very first thing a new player should do, even before jumping into the game, is go to settings while in port. This is found in the upper left-hand corner in the shape of 2 gears. In settings, you'll see there are 3 distinct tabs that control graphics, audio, and controls. I'm not going to cover graphics. Every player's PC is different. Fortunately, World of Warships requires only a modest PC to play with decent resolution. What I want to cover are the things that provide you with information. Things that'll be important to you in-game as a captain. The very first thing you're going to do is go to the Controls tab. Under here you'll find an option called Alternate Interface Mode. Select it and put it at full. This is important as it will provide information over friendly and enemy ships in-game. This information includes player name, ship type, and most importantly, the remaining hit points those ships have. The second option we're going to select is Display Team Lineups. This will give you a visual lining both sides of your heads-up display that has silhouettes of your team's ships and the enemy team's ships. This is nice because as the round progresses, you can see what ships are still out there. Both of these items are the very first things you should select. Also, make sure Show Main Battery and Show Torpedo Tubes Indicators is selected as well. There's a damage counter option. This is nice to select, but it's more for personal knowledge. It's not going to help you play any better in game. In the same tab, you'll find a Smoke Ring Timer selection. Turn this on along with Smoke Ring Indicator. The former will tell you the boundaries of your ship's smoke so you won't run outside of it by accident. The latter will tell you how long the smoke has remaining before it wears out. Both are vital to your survivability. With these items selected, you've already gained a large amount of information that'll not only help you survive in battle, but will give you valuable information that'll help you determine how exactly you want to fight. Now that you know how to set up the game, let's play and learn some controls. Alright, this is your ship queue. This tells you how many players, similar to your tier, are waiting to get into a round. Sometimes it can take a little longer to get in a round, especially if you're in a higher tier, but this should go by pretty quick. There's plenty of players here, so looks like we're gonna get in the round right now. The game is loading up, and before long we're going to be shooting ships. The screen tells you who your enemy is and who all the other players you're playing. Right now you see the little semicolons in front of the other ships. That means those are bots. Here we are. Now if you move your mouse around, you're going to change the view. On the map, it shows you which way your ship is pointing. That's the little bottom right hand corner. Scrolling in and out on your mouse wheel will scroll in and out for the ship's view. I say we go ahead and leave it out all the way. I'm just kind of going around the ship, showing it to you, and there we are scrolling out. So the game is getting ready to begin. You know how to move the mouse around in free cam, and if you want to move in free cam, and what that does for you is it means your guns will stay on a target, but you can still move around. Hold the right mouse button down, and that allows you to move around in free cam. Pressing W and S makes your ship throttle forward and backwards. You can see in the bottom left-hand corner as I throttle up. And of course, A and D moves your rudder left, and it moves your rudder right. Now let's go find some enemies. If you press shift, you're going to zoom all the way in to the maximum ability of the ship. Try pressing shift off and on. Down at the bottom, you'll notice that it says AP. You have the ability to select your shell type. This particular ship, a British cruiser, only has AP shells. However, most cruisers, battleships, and destroyers have both AP, armor piercing, and HE, high explosive. High explosive won't cause the damage that AP rounds will, but they will start fires. That's something that AP rounds cannot do. On the bottom of the screen, you'll also see a fire extinguisher. If your ship catches fire, you'll want to hit the R button so that you don't continue burning. Hitting that will put any fire on your ship out. For maximum efficiency, you'll want to shoot at ships that are broadside to you. That means the ships are showing their entire length. While you can still do damage into angled ships, it won't be quite as much, and you won't be able to hit the Citadel. That's the ship's boiler room, and also its gun magazines. Here you can see I'm taking aim at this ship. Now, one question you might ask is, how exactly do you aim at a ship? How do you know where to fire? How do you know where to lead the ship? That one's actually kind of easy. I'm going to show you real quick how to do that. You can see on the aiming reticle there are tick marks. The aiming reticle has two values on it. On the right-hand side, you see distance. On the left, time. That tells you for this ship, it'll take the round 2 seconds to travel 4 kilometers and hit your target. All you have to do is take the ship you're aiming at's distance, which in this case is 4.2 kilometers, and then take the time, which is 2.29 seconds. You align the left hash mark for time, or right hash mark depending on which way the ship's going, with the center of the enemy ship. It's that simple. So for 2 seconds, you want to put the left hash mark out about 2 seconds from the center of the ship. Now, you might want to lead a little more depending on where you want to hit on the ship, but that's the gist of it, and it's pretty simple. Also, to increase your odds of hitting the Citadel of the enemy ship, you want to aim for the waterline with your armor-piercing rounds. One more thing too, you never want to show your Citadels, so do your best to keep your ship angled at your enemy. What does being angled mean? That means showing as slim a profile as possible. You don't want to approach flat on. Oh, great news! We've won this battle! Let's go to the post-results screen, and then from there, let's see what happens next. Very good. We've been awarded Service Level 2, and more options are available to us in port. On the module screen located here, you'll find items you can purchase for your ship. This particular module will help increase your gun range. You need both credits and XP to research and purchase modules. You also have the ability to see all researchable ships. You can see those ships by selecting the tech tree, which is located here. Let's play another quick round and see what happens. Don't worry, I'll fast forward through this one. Look at that, we've reached Service Level 3 and we can also play in random battles. These are player versus player battles with no computer controlled ships, so be careful. There's several more important service level milestones, but I'll cover those in a future video. For now, you've got the basics to get out there and start sinking ships. Best of luck. Zoup out.